to get this mirror in to check the brakes, then it's a great tool to have.
Yeah.
All right, so what you do, you stick it in here, you get right above the whole flashlight. So yeah, the inside pad there, you see the inside pad in the mirror reflection, that's about 4 to 5 millimeters.
Okay.
Outside pad is about 3 millimeters.
Okay.
So you usually want to change them at 3.
Okay.
Because you get below the 3, the wear indicator hits a lot more and it could cause a little damage to the rotor if you keep going.
Yeah.
So same thing. You get the mirror, you get it in here, you get it over the hole. Actually, it's gonna be right there. So inside pad on this one is about, that's about 6. I would say about 6 millimeters. I'm gonna check the inside, you just turn it. Same thing, you get the mirror, you get the light down there. You could hit the part,
Okay.
or you could just shine it in the mirror.
Okay.
Tighten it up a little bit. Let's see. All right, so we're looking down at the part. So you just angle it down at the pad. Stick your finger in that, feel a little. Yeah, that's about 2 millimeters.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're right.
So you put it in maintenance mode. In order to do that, you push the gas pedal down, hold it. You push the parking brake down, hold it, and then you press this start button 3 times, and then engages the maintenance mode. And you're here, you heard the parking actuator going backwards. So now I can replace the pad. You verify it by turning the car on. You see the park button right here lit up with the highlight marker. Boom. Yep. It disables your cruise control. It disables a few features in the car until you get it out of maintenance mode and everything reboots and starts over.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now it's
Thank
time
you.
to do some work.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The impact gun, say you over time. This tool, about 40 bucks, probably the best tool to have when doing brakes.
Okay.
Sit right there. Brake lube, always lube. Every contact point between metals, you want to add lube.
Okay.
These are probably one of the best ceramic brands you can get.
Okay.
And they last a lot longer than the semis. Let me grab a little board to sit on real quick. Get this guy rolling. So, just so you don't scratch up the wheels. Let me get here. Oh, it's cold. Gotta go grab a 17 millimeter. So since the car is in maintenance mode, it allows me, hey man, you want to hand me the tool right there?
The cold one.
And the piston retracts. Without putting it in maintenance mode, that will not go back.
Okay.
All right. So, pop these out. So we got a little uneven wear. As you can see, your inside pads is at probably 4 to 5, but that outside pad is at 2 millimeters. I'm gonna get those changed for you. These particular pads, they don't need shims. They have what you call a pressure clip on them.
Okay.
So you just lube these little contact points and you don't have to worry about the squeaking. So these are, so you gotta pay attention because they label them for you. Most ceramic pads do have a direction or a outer or inner. See how it says outer? So both of these are outers and these are inner.
Okay.
Left H means left-handed. That means it's the left side of the vehicle, so you don't want to do that one. Okay. We got RH, right hand. So right side of the vehicle, this is the one you want to put inside because it says inner.
Okay.
All right, you want to do that. Grab a little lube. Don't need a lot. Most people glob this stuff, but it doesn't take that much. You just want to hit that little right there. That little contact point right there. Contact point right there. On the side. Flip it. Contact point. Contact point. There you go. Doesn't take much. All right, now these particular pads, it requires a technique because you got to push like at an angle so the pressure clips go up and slide for you. So boom, at an angle, push down. There we go. Up. Oh no, still there. Down, angle. Boom, slides right in.
Okay.
You want to check your slide pins, make sure they got movement. And that's pretty good movement, so there's no need to grease them. When you move these and you have poor movement, you want to pop these out. I'm gonna just give you an example. You pop it out like that. Okay. Take the same brake lube. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just stuff you don't really require a lot of that. Get it in there, and then just freeze it up more. All right. And then we're gonna grab our outboard pad. Same thing, at an angle. Push down. Sometimes you gotta play with it. Down at an angle. Out. And they slide right in for you. Now, most of the time, if I do rotors, I'll slap grease on the outside, but I'll do it just for sure. If I just do pads, and sometimes I won't. Okay. So just how your caliper is made. See, that's a contact point right here. That's a contact point. That's a contact point. This is a contact point. Okay. So you just want to get grease in those. And the shims you have to replace on these. They also are pressure shims. So we got like a little pressure clip. There we go. Let's pop these up. You can use a screwdriver or any flathead item. At this point, go ahead and push your caliper back. Normally, if you do rotors, you want to break all this down. There's two bolts that knock off this bracket here. You pop these off and you're able to get the whole thing, and then you can pull the rotor off. But your rotors are nice and smooth. The surface doesn't have any rust pitting. And like you said, it wasn't break. It's breaking nice and smooth when you break, so we don't have to replace those right now. Yeah. All right. So grab your piston tool, push the piston back. Front brakes, usually you don't have to do any maintenance mode. That's usually a rare thing unless you have a Buick where they actually put that electronic brake on the front. So get that back. Boom. Something will pop open. Always make sure you got your hardware, new shims. Always want to do that. So we'll take these, put them out there inside the box so we don't lose any. Put these open. Your mechanic has a good blade somewhere. So these particular brands don't have a direction or inner or outer, so you can use them as you see fit. I can just pat those down and just to minimize trash. You can use these bags here. Now you match up the shoes. What you want to do, you want to match up the pressure clip is like that.
Okay.
See, as it goes down, you want that out. You want the pressure clip to face the inside of the rotor. So that actually sits like this.
Okay.
Pressure clip, point going that way. So you want to go here. Bow. Pretty much the same thing all the way around, pointing toward the rotor. So it goes here. There we go. All right, pointing at the rotor, so that goes inside. Right there. Boom, boom. That shit goes in snug. Now these, you take your pad here. These are what we call wear indicators. This what tells you that it's time to change your brakes when it gets down to that 3mm stage. This will slightly tap your rotor.
Okay.
Gives you the squeaking sound.
Okay.
So put one there.
That is a indicator.
Yes, an indicator, exactly. So I always do mine up. I like to have my pressures up because the wheel turns this direction. So I always want to have my pressure clips up. A little bit up. So on these, you want to hit the edge. You want to hit all the edges that it touches the pad. Then right there on that little indicator, just a little bit, and just a little bit there. Do not hit the brake pad, because you will start having slipping rotor, and you'll be wondering why you hitting the brakes and your car's still going. You never want to put nothing on that rotor surface and brake pads. So these require a little angle too. Just get them in there, turn them sideways, push, and then slide right in. Get a call. Let me see what this is. It's the wife. Hold on, I'm sorry. But let me call you right back. I'm twist, push, slide right in. Remember your contact points here and here. So you can get grease up on those contacts. You can apply grease here if you like.
Okay.
But I don't do it because it's dirty. You don't want to contaminate your grease. Okay. So just hit it where that point is going to be. And this is a simple, easy way to do it. You can go in depth to where if I was changing pads and rotors, I would actually clean all of this. I would break it down, clean it all, just to avoid the squeaking. Yeah. All right, but this right here, we're just doing the pad, so y'all gonna check out. Oh, see, we got a look. That was a little rough right there. That was a little rough, so we're gonna pop this one up. I don't like how it got to be free, in a free play. So pop that out. Hit him with a little grease. And on your top bolt, I mean, if you've been doing it a while, you don't really have to take it out. If you've been doing it a while, you can just boop, and it slides right out, without taking out that screw. You don't have to take out that screw. So then you're gonna take that.
Grease.
Some little grease. Slide right back in, be careful. Slide down. 14mm bolt goes back in. Like I said, you don't really have to worry about torque too much on these. Just a little snug. Alright, so like I said, those are the old ones. That's what a new one look like compared to the old one. Okay. That right there is about 2mm, so it's right at time to change them. All right, and with that being said, we're done with this wheel. All right. Set this on here. Now, I wouldn't recommend, unless you know what you're doing and or you've done it before, on jacking the car up on one. It's a 3-ton jack, you'll find. If you know what you're doing, then you can do it this way. But if you are, just started, I recommend 2 jacks or at least a jack stand. Okay. But I've been doing this 17 years, so I ain't had a car fall yet. So yeah, let's save you a little time. Because when you're a mechanic, in here, 21. Wheels back down. You don't have to do it. Just snug.